bring up guests that collect like we do. Some of the collections vary, some of the collections are deep. But really, what we want to talk about is the personal aspects of why people collect, right? They want to talk about why they do it, how long they've been doing it, and the personal touches that really have made them like collect even more. Um, so we're gonna start this off with not you. The only person that should be asking for the box right now is one of my favorite people on the whole entire app. And there he is.
Woo! I was in here. I forgot to push the guest button. What's up, y'all? New picture looks nice.
Fine, that picture up, guys. You're good.
We'll let some people build up in here for a minute. Welcome to Collections with Comokin. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, p.m. How y'all doing? Y'all ready for a show? Put a 1 in the comments. Welcome to Collections with Comokin. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. This is a place where you can just pull up, hang out with your friends and watch what stuff people collect. I'm telling you, this is a place. Maybe it's some memorabilia. They won't like me to say it, but or maybe some paraphernalia or some Funkos or some freaking comics too. I'm not really sure, but I'm telling you, I came to start the show. I must decide to bust. And POF, not top badging this comment is nuts. And I'm just telling you, it is what it is. We just having fun and everybody knows what it is. So we gonna see some rare antiques. We gonna see some very special things. We gonna see all the things that matter to all the people that collect and we see. One of my favorite episodes was just a couple weeks ago. We saw Desai with a bunch of sneaks. That was dope. I was there. If you are here and having fun, make sure that you can drop a freaking 1. Let's go. I wanna see the comments lit. Is everybody ready for the show? This is it. Shoot. People collect some very, very strange things. Maybe it's puppets they put on their guitars. You never know. It's a different type of things that people collect. This is just a show. I'm telling, what do you expect? This is Collections every Tuesday. We about to do it right now. This is the place. So make sure to let all your friends know. Send a blast down. That would be dope. I mean, the app's kind of slow, so like, let's let them know that this will be the place. Okay, so let's go. And if you have a couple pesos, throw them out. Make sure that all the friends know right here, right now. This song is every Tuesday. It's called Top Badge for Comokin. Okay, hey. Welcome to Collections with Comokin. Every Tuesday, let the show begin.
Thank you so much, dude. I'm super blessed to have somebody as nice and as great as Mr. Infamous even show up in my chat. Never mind put on a dope performance every single Tuesday. No, if you guys don't have him faved, when you see him in the comments, dude, make sure you hit him a fave. Dude, absolutely amazing person, right? Not only that, he has collections of everything. He collects everything. Small numbers of everything, but everything. He's got guitars, watches, beanies. He's everywhere. Perfect man for the show. I appreciate him all the time, man. He's definitely one of my favorites on here. I want to start off. Listen, let me explain something about the show, right? So this is what happens. Is everybody has a story, right? Why I collect shoes, why I collect the things that I do. Everybody has a story. Not every person has the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to explain why. You just see the collections, whether it be in their stream or whatever it is that they do. And the downside to having a show like this, don't get me wrong, it's definitely lit to have a featured show. But the downside is always trying to get everything to work out right? Dude, everything needs to work out perfect. You got to have like the people available for the show. You got to have so I got one of my guests right now is trying to message me. I don't think he knows that I'm on, and I'm waiting for him, but I can't quite message him because showtime is showtime, right? That's how it goes. So like I'm waiting for Rob. So listen, if someone wants to message Rob and just tell him that I'm actually live, babe, if you could do that, somebody, just let him know that I'm actually live. Whenever he's ready, he could show up, right? He may be busy. This is the like that's what's up, right? That's the downside to this. There's so many working pieces. So we're waiting for our guests to show up, and I know how this goes, right? Real life. Not saying that we're fake. We're all real people, but sometimes you get caught up in some stuff, right? So I'm gonna take a second. These are called Funkos, and I'm gonna explain something about them right now, right? So we're gonna skip into it because I need to burn up a little bit. We're gonna talk about a couple things, but I'm gonna talk about the exclusiveness of these. So each and every one of these things has something different, right? Each and every one. So it doesn't matter if it's, you see these things right here with the little stars on it, those are called chases. That means something different than the ones above it that don't have those. So each one of these correlate together. These are all TLC, right? So this is T-Boz, that's T-Boz. Same exact ones, very, very different. Very different, right? Value-wise, more importantly. So I'm going to show you something. So the way that these things work is, if you can see this without the reflection, I got to turn it a little bit. So this, what's up, Triple L? This right here is a 7-Eleven exclusive, right? So only at 7-Eleven. There's tons of stores that have them, right? So I'm just going to run right through. So each store has a different version, right? I see one of my guesses here. So Funko, right? If you can see this, let me turn this so you can see that little exclusive symbol right there. That's a Funko exclusive. So that's, look, so there's different ones of different things, and it definitely means different prices. So when you collect them, it's one of those things that, like, I know that I have a lot of these. I have a lot of these. So when you collect them, like, the difference could be whether it's that Funko exclusive or non-exclusive is definitely, it's green. Where do I get that one? This one? Oh, no, what's up? What's up, Graham Trevor? How you guys doing? So let me explain this. You have to find them either online or at stores, right? All the stores that are available, whether it be Walgreens, Walmart, Target, Box Lunch, Hot Topic, and then there's ones that are online. Pop in a Box has favorite. You know what I mean? You're in Massachusetts. Your best place to find them in Massachusetts is definitely Newbury Comics. I wish there was a Newbury Comics near here. They have millions of them there. You can go crazy. It's going to be an expensive trip. Amazon has exclusives. There's all different kinds. These ones right here, brought to me by my great friend. So these ones right here, these are headquarters exclusives. You got the H Clue one, right? So there's only one place you can get those, and that's at the headquarters, right? So, and there's only 2 of those in this country. So the way the things work is that these can be found anywhere, right? These ones can be found anywhere. These are, even though those are chases, they can be found anywhere. They have, look, this is a Fanatics exclusive. This one's a Walmart exclusive. This one's a Funko exclusive. Funko Insider Club. All these stickers determine the value. The scary purple one. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, up here, down there, but here's how it works. It is a lot. There's a lot of them. These guys right here, these are special editions. This is a Hot Topic exclusive. This is a Target exclusive. And this is a special edition Deadpool, right? So these guys are blacklight. Definitely different. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to introduce my first guest. We're going to see what's going on, right? So the thing is with these is this is just my collection, right? This is just something of what I collect. Each person that you're going to see on here is going to have a different story, even if it's the same thing. I do try to explain some of the things that are behind me. That way you guys get a better understanding of collectibles and their values. Also this, let me just note this, that I'm going to give you guys a couple updates after this first guest of what is big. And I mean big. There's some big stuff coming out in the collectible world this week. Rarest pop is probably some Kobe Bryant's, but there's a definition of rarity is different. But listen, Slow Crush, if you can hit that box. So listen, Slow Crush, he is a super collector, right? Slow Crush is a super collector. He collects all kinds of stuff. He has everything from baseball cards to antiques to toys to, listen, he has a ton of stuff. And we're going to get into a little bit right now. As soon as this box, slow crush.
Yo, what's
Oh,
going on, Cams? What's going on? Hey, dude, what's happening,
how
everybody?
you doing?
So
So,
I'm digging through all of my stuff here. I got a ton of shit that I have moved around. I just bought a farm upstate New York. I'm originally from the city. Look. I was digging through my crates and look, I found a bunch of pops myself.
oh
I
well,
have a ton of them right here in this
yeah,
box.
we're gonna have to talk to you about those ones right there. Let's just keep it real. I'll talk to you about those off app. Yep, we need all those. Yep, we need those things.
Yeah, I got a ton of them. The toys, everything. We're just gonna focus on cards right now. I don't want to get into all the other shit that I have around here because we'll get lost and I'll end up sucking your whole show up. So we don't want to do that. I came down here for these just to show you using gloves and stuff like that and how to handle cards and stuff. So, since I'm down here, let me just show you. It's a little bit mad, but please excuse the mess. And
When I mean
so
collection,
this is my collection right here. Like I have over 1,000 cards, and I have more in another room upstairs. I have them kind of separated here, but just to get an idea of how much I have over 3 million cards. So I'm still like collating a lot of them, organizing them, and yeah, holy shit. I started buying them since I was 12 years old. I used to go down into the city of Manhattan with my pops, and I used to work at a deli on 22nd and Second Ave. And after I made money delivering tips, and that's a whole nother fucking story. I was 12 years old.
we do have to watch the language. We are featured.
Oops.
Gotta
All right,
remember.
so my bad. So at that age, I was collecting cards. I started collecting from there. So it's kind of crazy because then later on, I started buying collections before the hobby exploded. Now, as you were saying with Kobe Bryant cards going through the roof. I have a bunch already submitted to PSA, right? There's a way that you want to set your cards up when you're submitting them. Just give me 1 second. Let me just kind of, okay, here we go. Right. All right, we got some of these sleeves and these. All right, so I purchased many collections from many different places, and I already had my own, right? There's different companies that do grading. You have Beckett, all right, and Beckett kind of has a really cool grading feature to them. Then you have PSA, all right, and then you have to look at like population count sometimes on some of these cards. Like you'll have a little number on the back here that says 1 of 10. Right now the Nets are doing pretty hot. This guy might be pretty good because it's a prism card, and it's like basketball, and basketball is super hot right now. There's a John Collins. He ended up doing good. There's a pop count 1 of 1 at a 10 for 10. So, and it's an autograph. So it's a really low count because there's only 25 of them made, and it was his rookie card. So, you have all different sports, and you have all different venues to go into when it comes to cards. It's very difficult to always pick out what's going to be the next hot thing. Like all of a sudden, Marvel cards. I got a bunch of them, but I'm not going to dig through them because they're not accessible where I can pull them and show you right now. But
so we've seen that you have like 3 million cards, right? So you have a huge collection. For any person, that's a huge collection. You probably have more cards than most baseball stores.
Correct.
When you first started collecting, right? When you first started collecting, what was the thought that went through your mind? What was it that really attracted you to baseball cards and to sports cards?
I played basketball a ton, and I thought I was going to play in the NBA like any kid at 12 or 13 years old, but that was just when I was growing up, though. I always thought, oh man, one day these basketball cards are going to be worth some money, and I love opening packs up, and maybe I can find me a Shaquille O'Neal, and I believe Shaquille O'Neal is going to be worth a ton of money in the future, you know what I mean? Or like, and I kind of had that foresight from back then, so I got into this, and then I started kind of learning how to grade the cards, right?
And when you're looking at cards, just because you have a good card doesn't necessarily mean you'll get a lot of money for it. These are some cards that I pre-graded that are Kobe's. I have a ton of Kobe Bryant cards. These are all Kobe Bryant cards, that I pre-graded and screened already. All rookies, all right, and they're worth tons of money, like $500 to $1,000 to even a few thousands of dollars, depending on the grade. All right. So when you look at a card, you want to look at a few different things that the company would be looking for, right? They want to look at the edges, right? They're going to look at the edges of the card and how that looks. And then they're going to look at the corners, how the corners look, if they're bent. And then they're going to look at the surface of the card. And they're going to look at the centering, whether or not the centering is dead centering or not. Like this card is a perfect card, except it's a little not, it's not aligned if you look at it, and you can barely tell. It's like very hard to pick certain subtleties up on it. And once you develop a knack for it by sending in a couple and messing up, like I have over the years, you learn how to get better and better, like anything else. So you have to put a little bit of time into it sometimes, but like anything else, you do that and you get better. I use these glasses, I put them at a 20. PSA and Beckett uses it at 10 times. So if you want to examine the cards, I use this, put that on, I got my, and I go to work here, and I look at the card, I look at the surface of it, I make sure it's all legit and straight. This thing has a cool little light on it. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Looks like he's about to go Back to the Future. We're like, so, right? So
I'm just surprised I got all the animals in on time. You should be lucky about that.
Yeah,
and you want to handle it with like gloves, because I have nitride gloves. I got these from the AutoZone store. I got this on Amazon.com. I mean, like it was $20 for the glasses. You could get all of these things for relatively cheap and start off and just start sending them in. Like right now, PSA isn't taking submissions, but Beckett is. And if you learn how to flip it, like you can invest in these cards, invest in players that you might think maybe you can't have a sick Kobe Bryant collection like me, because I've been doing this for a while. But there's other ways to get into it. Like somebody like me is trying to sell a bunch of raw cards. So maybe you might find someone like me when I start putting my stuff up online. And there are people like that you can buy it, send it in, submit it, or even start doing your own things. There's so many ways to make money with the cards. A good guy to look at is maybe Gary V. I don't know if anybody's heard of him before. He has a little YouTube channel and stuff like that. He does cards, and there's a couple of other people that are getting into it now and the hobby is getting bigger. And there's room for other people that are maybe watching this channel, and maybe you used to play with sport cards and stuff like that when you were a kid. Tons of these things are coming back, and it's incredible. So, you're seeing the Marvel cards pop. You might have some of these things in your basement and you don't even know, like the values of them and whatnot. But it's very simple to submit to these companies. I got tons of slabs. I've sold slabs, you know what I mean? And I've flipped some good money off of this stuff because of just investing and seeing like, all right, I know the market's going to do this. And I invest before because I have the foresight of it. And a lot of people are getting into it. There's a ton of people doing like Instagrams and stuff like that. So there's definitely room for even people to grow.
Does have a ton. He has a ton. And he is, so if you guys make sure you guys hit the favorite on him, he does stream. He, you know what I mean? Some of the stuff that he does have, dude, he is willing to part with it, right? He is willing to part with it if the price is right.
No, I am for the right price. Holla at me.
So it was like earlier. We had a conversation and I was talking to Jay Rose. Yeah. He looked up and he saw that a pair of my shoes that he's like, he found them on eBay. And he's like, they're asking $10,000 for those shoes. And I was like, I'll sell them right now. $10,000, I'll sell them right now. No problem, right? And he's like, but you love them. I'm like, yeah, but for 10 grand. And then obviously he was in the wrong spot, right? So you have to be really, really careful. So what are some of the problems that you've had with the collection of cards? Like, so obviously you know that there's scams and there's stuff like that, but what are problems that you've had personally?
Tons of scams out there. Be careful where you're buying from. That's very important because there's a lot of scams and frauds and stuff like that, fake stuff on the market. Another thing that you really need to look out for is just people that you're dealing with. I built this one kid up. I'm not going to say no names or nothing like that, but he's now doing grading. and he's making a killing. He's making good money. He has a Kobe Bryant collection of mine that's worth $14,000. I helped him start out. We took some losses together. I really helped the kid out a lot. And I'm in a tight spot right now. I needed kind of money right now rolling in for stuff I need to do with the farm and shit like that, which is why I decided to start moving the cards and grading them and doing this shit all over because there was money in it, right? Otherwise, I would just let it sit and keep collecting cobwebs until another 30 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But since there's valid money in it right now and the market is hot, well, you know what they say, my friend, strike while the kettle is hot, right? Because who knows how long this thing might last for, right?
There's definitely.
So what I learned was that this kid turns around and he looks at me and he's like, you know, I need to make some money off of this. I'm gonna give you $7,000, but you got to pay the grading fees, which is another 1,500. So he wanted to give me for a $14,000 collection of Kobe rookies, graded out and slabbed already. They're going like hotcakes right now, and he wanted to give me only like 5,500 for it. You know what I'm saying? After he only paid $500 to like get it graded, so he's scumbagging me after I taught him the business. You know what I'm saying? So you run into shit like that. You run into ungrateful little bastards out there. Ooh, can I say that word?
Just watch the
But you know, it happens. You know, like it happens, dude.
We've been pretty fortunate. Why
do I have to talk like I'm on Sesame Street if it's like an app for 18-year-olds and older? Huh?
That's hello. Right? So, I've been pretty fortunate. You know, like so we've purchased all over the place. We've gone everywhere. All the way from you know, we've got stuff like right here. These ones over.
I've traveled. I used to go on Craigslist, Marketplace, everything. I've traveled for my collection. You don't understand. Like to put it together, I fucking driven all over the place. But it was fun. Road trip.
We do a lot of it, right? So we do a lot of it. Fortunately, like when we order a lot of stuff online, we've been pretty fortunate. We've only gotten one fake pop. That's it. And
dude, you have to see some of my antique toys that I have. Next show, I'm going to show you those. You're going to be like, holy shit. What else do you got? Another one and another one. I'm going to be like that fat DJ Khaled. And another one.
Here's the thing. Let me reel this back in for a second. Let me reel it back in. Right? When we're talking about these collections, right? So you've had purchase collections for the past however many years, right? If you were to say the most important connection for a card that you have, or for the aspect of your card collection, what would it be and why?
I would say the Pokemons. Can I get them for you real quick? Because me and my son started that. So it was kind of like a trend that I started with my dad, even though he wasn't really around. Like he came around for that short, brief period of time where we were working in the city together. So it was kind of cool to like then share this with my son and him get excited to open up a pack and be like, we got a Charizard. Whoa, yeah! You know what I'm saying? And that is the most exciting part of it all, is doing that with your kid and experiencing that part, right?
We don't actually need the collection. I just want the story. I want the story. So now with your son, right? You've been collecting with your son and you're doing Pokemon cards and stuff like that. Dude, has he adapted to collecting like you have? Does he? I mean,
totally into it. Like he's totally into it. These are his Pokemon cards that we got together. That's a rare Charizard right there. That's a rare Mew at a 9. That's another Charizard. It's another Charizard. This is the Charizard with the hollow rare with the one in the inside. At a 9. Another Charizard. So those are the ones that we collected together. So it means a lot to me.
He's learning.
Right, absolutely. Like he's learning, and then he goes on his computer and he looks up the eBay sold and bought prices, and he prices it out and puts the little tags on it. And he's like, all right, we're going to send this one out to get graded, all right? And I'm like, all right, kid. And, you know, he's like into it too. He's like, yeah, this one's good. We'll get that one.
So,
and kids know because they're.
What has that done for you guys as like father son when it comes to collections and stuff like that? What has that given you on a personal level?
It's given me a lot. I mean, especially because I don't get a lot of time with them because court systems dictate how much time I get to spend with my son instead of something that's fair. It's not split. Like right off the bat, it's like I get treated like less of a parent because I'm a man.
That's unfortunate, man. But
no, but it makes me feel great that I get that small piece of time just to be with him. So it's that much more special. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I get it. It's you know, we as people, right? We love to be able to collect or whatever it may be, right? But at the same time, there's nothing more fun than like being able to do it with someone that you love, right? And I know that's not always the same for every person, but for us, when I get to go out and we actually go hands-on shopping, like we're out looking, me and Smoking, dude, it's such a different thing, right? It's something that we're doing together. And listen, there's actually been arguments started, right? Because like, so you should have seen how mad she was the other day. So we were together. Thank you guys. Thank you, Roll. So we were together, and I thought that she went looking for stuff while I went to the bathroom. So I went out to the bathroom.
Oh, thank you.
Out of the bathroom, I went down to where the Funkos are. And thank you so much. And I went to the Funkos, and I come back with something. The look of disappointment on her face that I got to him before she did, or that we didn't go together. I was like, what? I thought you were gonna go. And she's like, I was waiting. So it's fun, right? It's that part of it wasn't. The face that she gave me was not fun, but we definitely love doing it. It's we never want to ever not go into a store together. And then it's like we may split up in the store, but we always are like, hey, what's this? What's that? What's this? And you know, so it's definitely
a part of that. It's a part of that bonding experience. And then like they find something to turn it on you, like, and then he's done that too, where he's found something where we're in a store and be like, yo, come over here, check this out, or we're at a flea market or whatever, and be like, yo, Pops, come check this out. And it's like a find, and he's like, yeah, score. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. It is. It's a really cool bonding experience with anyone you love, like anybody that's close with you, you know. So collecting, and then there's the flip side of it where you're gonna have something that has value, like there's actually value to it, right? So like eventually that in the future might be able to be sold and bring you some kind of money for it in return. And it was a really cool hobby, even if it doesn't, like the value of just going through the process, right? Of building the collection and collating it and being like, whoa, I got Joe Montana rookies and Kobe rookies and Shaq rookies and Kevin Durant rookies. And I do, you know, like I got every rookie you could think of, but it's just, think about the amount of work that I have to do to collate it all, to get that graded. You see what I got to do to put on that headset, to put on the gloves, to get that. It's a whole process, man.
These things right here, right? So I'm fortunate, right? Because listen, baseball cards are a little bit different monster. And it's not that I don't have any of them. I do have some, but I try to minimize it for those. Right. But even with these, like you see all these walls. These things are barely organized. Barely, right? I would legitimately have to. I think we figured it out. It'd probably take me 3 days.
That's the biggest part of a collection. The biggest part that I would suggest as a collector to anyone is, as you go along, fucking organize, have a strategy before you just start amassing this shit, because you'll end up amassing shit and you'll be like, what do I fucking do with it? So have a strategy, learning from me and Cam's, you know, like have a fucking strategy oh my God, I just cursed again. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Have a strategy to organize. It's the most important thing.
Here. Because what happens is we buy 100 of them at a time. You know what I mean? Or even if it's 40 or 50. What happens is you have to then, and this is like on one day, on one day we'll go get this many, and then we go to different stores the next day, and then so those ones from last time aren't organized. I need probably 4 days, maybe 5 solo to actually put all these into a case, into separate cases, and then to take down. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like 7 walls a worth of these, so I have to take them down, put them in boxes, organize them. You know what I'm saying? And that means I have to tear down other walls. So at the same time, but
yeah, and and people don't understand how much work. There's a lot of work behind that. So you want to have a strategy when you're collecting on how you're going to organize and how much you're going to get, and be reasonable about it.
Yeah. Slow Crush. Listen, man. I hate to do this to you. I know we could talk about forever.
It's fine. All right. Hey, dude.
Go, man. I gotta let you go. We're gonna move on. You didn't have to go that fast. You didn't have to go that fast. Listen, everybody. You obviously see Slow Crush, right? He has so much stuff, and he is moving it. He's an active seller / flipper of collectibles. He has tons of stuff. So if you're looking for those hard to find baseball cards, that's your guy. Graded, rated, valuable, that's your guy, right? So listen, if you're looking for whatever it is that you may be, this is a great place to start, right? Because listen, we have Funkos. He has what we actually collect. These are Funkos, right? So these are Funkos. We have Funkos. We have sneakers. We got some jerseys. We got hoodies. We got sports memorabilia. So I'm looking. Did anybody hear back from Raider Rob? I'm just out of curiosity. Did anybody hear back from him? We collect a bit of everything. And when we go in, we go in. We get a bunch of them. So I'm not entirely sure if anybody heard from Rob. He's got Funkos too. Not anymore. I'm gonna talk to you about that. We're gonna get those. Those you don't need those anymore. Those are coming home with me. Those don't exist, guys. The Funkos. We have to look at those first. Hands on first. I call dibs. I call dibs. All right. So I'm guessing that Raider Rob, dude, he's a busy man. That guy's got a million things doing. So we're gonna have to figure out what we're doing with him. But back to what I was talking about when it comes to the Funkos. I know I mentioned it before, but I want to show you guys what a mystery box is, right? So, granted, I did already open these. These little guys right here, they average between like 20 and 30 bucks a box. Sometimes you get good things, sometimes you don't. This particular box, wrong box, hold on. Mystery boxes. Get back to this other one. Not that that one was bad. Yeah, I know. I'm going to talk about that in a second too. All right. So, those of you guys that know Dragon Ball Z, this is how these mystery boxes show up, right? So you have a couple different items in there. You have a keychain that usually comes with stickers and pins. These little pins. There's 2 of them in there. I don't know if you can see both of them. The light's kind of reflective, right? Well, this pop. I learned this now. I gotta turn it sideways. So it's a glow in the dark, only at GameStop. 30 bucks. This box right here was $17, right? $17. So on one piece, already moved up, right? Already moved up. This is at a $30 pop, so it's a deal, right? But here's what happens. Not always the case, but so that one was 30. I think this one was, if I recall correctly, this is like 7. But yeah, it does glow in the dark. Interesting feature, right? So it's like a little $7. So now we're at 37 bucks. And what did we say this was when we were here, babe? $17? Yeah, 17 bucks, right? So already right there, you're talking about on a $17 investment on one of these mystery boxes. You already listen. This one piece covers it. So you're talking about 55 bucks, not including the pins. There's value in it. Not always the case, but there's value, which brings me to the second box. This guy's right here is sometimes what happens. So if you notice, we get this guy, right? Probably a couple bucks. But what's cool about this one is it's glow in the dark. That's a glow in the dark one. Each one is different again, right? So there's different versions of everything. I was fortunate. Yeah, he's like 18 bucks. I was fortunate to get 2 that I didn't have. One time for the one time. And then I got this guy. Right? So there's different variables of each of these boxes. So it's not like, yeah, so this one right here just covered it and then everything else. Dude, these could be for my kids. These are for collections. There's like $20,000 worth of pops right here. So they could be for kids. You know, a lot of times people collect for those reasons. Dude, I like to be able to collect to be able to enjoy the things that I like. But also at the same time, it's an investment towards the future. So I'm not playing with them. But at the same time, it's for the kid inside me. And I really, really like that. I really, really like that because not only is it going to be valuable now, but it's going to be even more valuable in the future. You know, these things right here, they do fluctuate. They go up, they go down. Long term, they usually stay pretty good. They go, you know, they continue to grow, especially once these things get vaulted. Now that's something else I'm going to explain. A vaulted pop, I have one right here. It's a French Bulldog. So what happens is after they've ran out, I missed the MJ in the shipment. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I missed it. I didn't send it. Right. So now that they go through a cycle, they put in certain amount, whatever that number may be. They know the number. So vaulted is a fancy way of saying discontinued. Right, so they discontinued making them, which means there's no longer anyone going out to the market, and that's what they do. They call it vaulted. That's it. It's done. You know what I mean? So those are the ones that are going to become harder and harder to find, and that's like those are the things that you really want to look for. Sometimes it may be 20,000 of them they vaulted. Sometimes it's 5,000. Some of these things right here, like these, only have 20,000, 10,000, 12,500. There's only a certain amount of them that they make, and they're not making any more. Will they call it vaulted? We'll see what happens when they actually do that. But right now, some of those are still in production. Now we're talking about Funkos. But let me just bring up something else about what's going on big this week. And another thing that I collect, shoes. Shoes. I love shoes. Love shoes. So Travis Scott has a shoe coming out. His shoes traditionally instantaneously triple in value. So his shoes coming out. If you guys know anybody that wants to put in for those things, I can definitely give you guys a website. But they're on raffle. They're like $300 to start off. And it sounds like a lot for a pair of shoes. Yeah, the Frenchie's vaulted. I just didn't want to knock over the whole pile right here. Is what I was trying not to do. I should have grabbed it, but it is vaulted. The Frenchie's right there. It's under Pets number 4. It's vaulted. But what I was talking about is, so Travis Scott has, he comes out with a different shoe every so often. Flip cam. Yeah, I know. I should have. But the thing is with Travis Scott is that everything that he pretty much does turns to gold. He's a collector's dream, right? Pretty much. And those of you guys who don't know who Travis Scott is, he's a rapper out of Houston, fairly popular. If he's seen wearing something, it instantly becomes a collectible. His drop happened today, right? So it's huge. It's still going on. Those of you guys interested in that stuff, I can definitely give you guys direction on how to get it. I would definitely suggest to put in the raffle. It doesn't cost you anything. If you do get the shoes, I'm just saying, holla at your boy. Just holla at your boy, because listen, they're hard. They're going to be hard to get, and they are going to go up in value. I'm going to wear them. I'm just going to wear them. That's me. I'm going to wear them. That's just what we do. But we do have a second guest. Someone else that has been, the raffle is free. Yeah, the raffle is 100% free. Doesn't cost you anything. You do need a credit card to put into the raffle. In case you win that raffle, they charge you, they send you the shoe. It may be $300. It seems like a lot for a pair of shoes. Sell them. Sell them. If you don't like shoes and you think $300 for a lot of pair of shoes, just sell them. And then you can just, you know what I mean, send me the gratuity tip. Because they're going to be like $1,000 if you spend $300 instantaneously. As soon as you confirmed you got it, you just made $700 minimum. Yeah. So that's how it works with Travis Scott. Plenty of other stuff out there that does that kind of stuff, but that's definitely one of the big ones. His shoes don't come out all that much. Thank you so much for the roses. But Kev, I see you floating around. Can you hop in the box for me, man? Now, this guy, if you guys don't have him favorited, you should as well. He's also a collector of Funkos. Now, where are you at collection-wise with your numbers?
280.
280, right? So why'd you start?
Basically, between you and Bizzle, I was like, because I'm a big collectible anyways. Like, I've been collecting basketball cards with my dad, kind of like, you know, the last guy was in here and stuff, whatnot. And I just love collectibles. Like, you know, something that I can keep and value goes up in it anyways, and I can keep it. Thank you, baby. But I just love collecting stuff like characters, like, you know, for example, Lion King. I love Lion King, you know, certain sports players, stuff like that.
Yep. Definitely understandable. I started this, and when I show you guys this is, I mean, from the window to the walls, guys. Listen, this is only one room. I have 4 rooms like this. So I started off just collecting sports and rappers, and I thought, okay, I was like, okay, this is controllable. Where did you lose it to have 200? What was it that made you go well beyond what you were doing with yours?
Basically, so I've only been doing it for 3 weeks. Basically what made it go beyond is I went in, I saw him on the wall, I was like, ooh, Deadpool, ooh, Simpsons, ooh, yeah, I don't know, Ninja Turtles, ooh, Space Jam, ooh, certain singers, certain wrestlers, certain, you know, just certain ones that I looked and I saw, and I was like, man, and I was like, there's so many of them. And so one day I come and I was actually in Kansas Live, and I was like, yo, dude, how many are there? And we actually looked it up. I think there's like, what, 20,000, if I'm not mistaken?
I think so. The number that I seen, there was somewhere around 9,000 in 2019. Yeah, so there was like 9,000. That was 2019. So they have not stopped producing them, and like every 2 weeks they come out with another 40. So,
but guys, you got to remember, he said 9,000, but that's 9,000 of each different one. That's not 9,000 total.
So yeah, so that's kind of a confusing number, right? So there's that's the thing, right? Is because with those there's chases. There's this and that, so it's the same one. Like I was showing you. This is number 195. This is number 195. Obviously, they're different pops. You know what I mean? But they do that constantly. So then this one right here is 376. I know I can't show you. So these ones right here, which I did put the Joker in there for you. But these ones right here look the same. These ones are strictly Japan release. These ones are American release or everywhere release. So these ones up top there are probably somewhere around
6 times the value.
6 times the value. Yeah, 6 times the value, guys. It's like those ones are a little bit more.
Of the other one.
Yeah, of the other one. So there's a big difference. But those only count as one release. They only count as one. So when you say like 9,000, there's probably somewhere around, yeah, I would suggest probably somewhere around 20,000 to date that's been released. I don't know the exact number, but guessing on what the trend is, it's probably like 20,000 of them.
And there's millions out there, like, you know, because there's multiples of each. Like you said earlier, they might make 5,000 one, they might make 20,000. You never know. So there's millions and millions of pops out there.
So listen, let me ask you this: what has been the hardest thing about collecting pops?
Trying to find chases.
Trying to find chases, right? That's
Yep.
He always gets mad. He always gets mad when I'm like, oh, look at these chases. He's like, guys, you guys always find the dope ones. Oh, and I'm like,
no, for real. Like one day he was out, I was like, bro, look at these. Like I found them on freaking the internet. I'm like, these are the ones about to come out, the Marvel ones. Literally the ones he just showed you that are from Tokyo, and he's got the regular one. Like, yo, these are about to come out. And then I call him up. He's like, hey, look what I got. I was like, motherfucker.
So there is some different ones, right? So there is some different ones. There's a lot of cool ones. That's the hard part. Actually, hold down for 1 second. I want to show you guys a couple of cool ones we just got in.
Yo, so you guys don't know, if you guys don't know Sam, make sure you guys hit the favor if you guys don't know Cam. Cool dude. This is his featured show. If you guys enjoy him, make sure you favorite him. After the show, he'll be going back live again, so you guys be able to catch him again. So
Oh man,
I
I
need
don't know
Toy
what this.
Story. Make sure you guys hit that star on Cam's, guys.
All right, so to be 100% fair, he's always looking for chases
Yes.
like this.
He's about to pull one out. I knew it.
So this is the elusive chase.
You've got 4 behind you. I see 3 right now.
All right, so yeah, these are chases. There's a lot of chases here. There's a couple over there, but this is one of the newer sets. So I wanted to really show this because this is one of those things where I remember as a kid. This is part of it, right? I remember as a kid.
Yes.
Guys, those of you guys that were basketball fans, I know that, there's a lot of people in here that were sports fans and stuff like that. These were the thing. Space Jam. Dude,
Yes.
Michael Jordan, Space Jam. Dude, that was it. It was like, dude, we went crazy. Yeah, Space Jam was it. Yeah, for real, what he said. So now it's a little bit different. Oh, you got that one too? I got that one
got
too.
them all. I got them all.
Yeah, this one?
No, because that's back from 2000, 2015,
Go have
14.
them all.
And you got this one?
Here's the thing. It's
Hey, you got this one?
I do. That one is upstairs. Oh wait, that's a
This is
purple
one
jersey.
got shipped in that was messed up.
That's enough to make you want to cry. That's enough
Yeah,
to make you
no,
want to cry.
I literally took it and I opened it and I went and I threw it on the floor. Literally, that was the first thing I did. Was throw it on the floor. I was pissed.
So Cam kicks me. Listen, if anybody's gonna get kicked, you can get kicked. They got plenty of Reds in here to do it. So here's the thing, right? Is that box, if it's not pristine.
Yeah, I know the value goes down about 3/4.
So
Someone
listen,
did
what's the best part? All right, so we talked about what the worst part is. The hardest part is finding the chases. What's been the best part of you collecting Funkos?
So the best part is, I don't know if you guys know Chris, she's the one to comment in here, being a little smarty pants. But the good thing is, her. We go out and she got so mad. I literally went out the first time. I went out, I was at Hot Topic. I spent $700. I left that Hot Topic and I spent another $500 at another Hot Topic. And she was so mad. After that, now she goes in the store. She's like, "Hey, babe, I got this. Hey, look at this one. Hey, look at that one. Hey, look at this one." And I'm like, "Babe, I thought you said you want me to stop buying." And so I go in. I'm like, "No, I'm not buying it." Or she's like, "Oh, I like this one." I'm like, "No, that one's only worth like $3. I'm not paying $12 to $15 for that one. It's only worth $3." And she's like, "You never get the ones that I like. You always get the ones that you like, but you don't get the ones that I like." I'm like, "Babe, they're not worth nothing." So that's probably the funnest part, is getting somebody else involved in it that didn't want you doing it in the first place, but now is kind of like there to be like, "Yo, look at this one, look at that one." See?
Yeah.
Nah, I want Story.
So that's the downside, right? Is because now here's the problem I have, right? Here's the problem that I have, is that there's so many that I want, right? There's so many that I want. But if I could actually pay what they're worth, I'd be okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's like you start getting into like what they're worth and their value. There's some cool ones, but like, yeah, there is ones there that are talking about $2. And I'm like,
Yep.
at the store, they're like, "Yo, they're still selling it for $15. I'm like, I just can't justify giving $15 unless it's a have to have. If it's a have to have, it's a have to have. Like, so some of these, I don't even know the value of this one, but for me, like this one was a have to have. I had to have it. It may seem 100% weird, but this one, the Morton Salt Diamond box, I had to have it.
That's worth something. Come on, it's diamond, it's gold.
It's diamond, it's exclusive. And the thing is like, it's like there's no trending value, right? So you're like, dude, what is? Yeah, there's like, oh man, I had to have it, right? Here's another one. Here's another one.
We need to go to Hobby Lobby when I get out of here.
Here's another one.
7-Eleven Deadpool. I don't got that one.
See, it's one of those things that like, it's a Deadpool. I have to have it. Gotta have a
Yeah,
Deadpool. Gotta have it, right?
Deadpool
So
is
there's
amazing.
so many. There's so many different versions of all these
Oh,
other. I'm starting to learn that.
my
Speaking of people that are disgruntled about collecting, somebody just
it's on
came
my
in that's super disgruntled at me right now. Yeah, dude. I
channel.
have a ton of the Deadpools. I have Deadpools that you can't even really get. So I have a ton of them. So it's hard to find one of the Deadpools, like even like these ones, different set
So one,
Deadpool.
yep. So one of the ones that you said you had to have, like these are two of the ones that I had to have. Like I love 8 Mile and I love Kool-Aid. So these are two ones that I had to have.
Yeah,
The Kool-Aid pack and B
and
Rabbit from
yeah,
8 Mile.
yeah, which we
Also
haven't.
earlier I saw you sewing the mystery boxes. Guys, there's another one. These are other ones that come, they're like mysteries as well. One side you have G.I. Joe, another side you got Transformers. And it's like a lunchbox.
Kenny, I'm gonna have to say this. Dude, sometimes when it comes to the Funkos, you may be going down a dark hole. It's
So listen
so
to
fun.
this. So Bulletproof, I know you know Bulletproof. He's got 6 Funkos already. His collection's up to $210. He's going out and just kind of buying the ones that are kind of good, and trying to make a profit off it. But another guy that's getting into them now.
Yeah. So listen, this is what happens. It's addictive, right? It's addictive, and
Yes.
part of it is not just because of the quality time we spend together. Because listen, me and Smoking do this. Guess what, dude? Me and Kev, who've never actually even met, have spent
Yep.
time shopping together, looking for these things. I was like,
Facts.
I got FaceTime Kev.
For example, hold on. For example, oops, sorry, this one right here. I want to show one real quick. For example, this one right here. I was at Target and I was like, "Yo, Cams, you got this one?" He's like, "No, I want it." And that's kind of what we do. We call each other. We're like, "Hey, you got this one? Do you want this one?"
So
And again, Deadpool.
needless to say, it's one of those incredible things that I've found, friends that what I mean, new friends that do this, you know what I'm saying, and it's definitely an interesting aspect to use on the app, right? Um, there's
Art.
other people that collect and stuff like that, dude. And guess what? As weird as it sounds, collectibles have brought a lot of people together. Um, Bart, listen, who we were friends with Bart beforehand. Now Bart's hostile at me. Bart's definitely hostile at me because we brought him into the mix, and now he is Funko crazy, right? So these things right here are definitely, dude, they're addictive. Yeah, we are evil. We're evil, right? Yeah. He's got Yu-Gi-Oh cards too. Listen, we are a little bit evil. So, but the thing
Baseball.
is that it's definitely there's so much that we could find. Some of the newer ones,
Ace of Spades.
album covers, they have a bunch of these, and
I
it's
saw
not
an
just.
DC one. It wasn't the black and black one. It was a different one. Yep, Little Wayne.
Yep. So we got the AC/DC ones. They have, listen. So there's so many different aspects of. Yeah, we agree. We agree. Is it almost shameful? Al Bundy is
These
your
are,
favorite so far?
these are
Oh,
probably the ones that will go up the most because Freddie Funko, if you guys don't know, he's the actual creator of
he's
the Funko
funkin'
Pops.
crazy. Funko crazy. It's true. So those ones, I have a couple. I have this one too. Oh wait, that's another one I just got. I can't show you all the goods, guys, because then what happens is what I got for a show next time. But these are the ones he's talking about, and I think I've showed this one already. So these are the Freddy Funkos. They're definitely, that's their like exclusive person. Freddy Funko, he has no show, he has no cartoon that I know of, anyways, as of
Never heard.
yet. But he's a character that they've created, so it makes him their own personal character, and like it's elusive. Um, some of these, yeah, yeah, yeah. So to be fair, I know that it seems crazy that he has 280 of them. They do take up a lot of space sometimes. We are working on like 1,400 of them. So like I said, there's only 20,000 of them out there. I probably won't stop until I get the good half of them. I don't know. Yeah, and that's what we look for. So with your collection, what are your goals? What are you looking for now?
Basically, get the ones that I enjoy the most, or the people I enjoy the most, or characters I enjoy the most, and just get full sets. Like, Goonies is coming out soon, and that's my favorite movie all time. Goonies, I love it. So I want to make sure I have all of them. I don't care if it's worth $1 and I pay $20 a piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of the ones I have to have.
Yeah.
So basically, just trying to finish up some of the sets I already started, and then probably just going out and trying to find some rare ones. I want some of the rare ones. They're harder,
Me,
they're more expensive, but at the end of the day, they'll keep going up in value.
I'm like lock, stock, smoked into Marvel at this point in time. I love comic book characters. I love the stories behind them. And don't get me wrong, there's some that are a lot of value. But even the ones that don't have a lot of value, like obviously we have some Deadpools that are completely worthless. We have some Deadpools that are worth a whole lot. We have Chase Ironhearts. We have Chase Anti-Venoms. So there's so many. It makes it really kind of hard to get them all figured out. Yeah, to collect all of them. But then I'm seeing like trends with what's really popular with like Naruto and these other Japan shows that are coming up.
A lot of the anime.
A lot of anime is super expensive.
Yes. So for you guys that don't know, some of the prices, like he's saying, there's some expensive one out there. I'm gonna flip the camera real quick. This is the most expensive Funko Pop out there right now. It's Alex the Large Clockwork Orange. The price of it right now is $13,500 in the past. So I wouldn't be surprised if one goes for $20,000. So there is money to be made.
I'm gonna come into the stream and I'll shop for you. Which ones you looking for? I'll just put up posts and where it is. I got you covered. We're gonna. I'm gonna hop in the box.
You better not get
it. I'll hop in the box. We'll search. You keep streaming. I'll keep searching. We'll find together. All right, man. Listen, we got about 2 minutes left to this. Thank you, Kevin, for coming in. Obviously, we know that we have a bunch of Funko love, and it can happen all over the place. But it's more importantly, not so much what you collect. We love to hear the story behind it, right? So as the adventure goes on, what's the most important thing that you look forward to when it comes to collecting?
Just getting involved. I mean, I got a kid and stuff. He's my step kid, but getting him involved, trying to get it to like a family thing, because sometimes it could get hostile. You going out and spending so much money on something if your other half or somebody in the family is not involved in it or don't want to be a part of it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you still got to take care of your family first and everything else is after. So, I mean, that's my main goal is take care of the family first and then, find. It's kind of like Pokemon, like Ash says, you got to have them all. So.
Gotta have them all. All right, man. I appreciate you for hopping in, dude. I definitely love seeing you. Obviously, we talk often.
Yeah. So, guys, this is one of the shirts that comes out. I'm pretty sure he's wearing one as well.
We got the shirts too. It's bad, guys. It's bad.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming in. Guys, I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. Obviously, you've heard a couple people's stories. There's more of a story than just a collection. Dude, there's more of a bond, right? Like friendships are built. You see Hot Wheels. Yeah, we have Hot Wheels here too. I got piles of everything, but there's always a story behind it. That's what we're interested in. So listen, make sure if you guys are in here first time, make sure you guys hit that fave. Dude, if you do know somebody that has a collection and you want them to be able to be on a featured show, dude, definitely. Dude, IG is right in the bio. So you can hit me up on IG. We could talk about it. We can figure it out. We'll schedule you guys, dude. And it's just fun, right? It's just fun. So listen, I'm going to be back on in a little bit. I got a couple things I got to do, but I'll be back on. Feel free to stop through on the stream. Hit me up. Dude, definitely catch the IG. If you collect a bunch of stuff, definitely want to talk to you, man. We would definitely enjoy having a variety. We've already done so many different things, whether it be Funkos, We've done stones and crystals. We've done some coins. We've done everything. Comic books, everything, cards, shoes. We've done it all. Not at all, but we're gonna keep going. So listen, comics too. But guys, definitely remember Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, every single week. We'll be right here. So, with that being said, have you done webnets? Emma, make sure you come back in a little bit. Make sure you hit the fave, come back in a little bit. We're gonna I gotta end the stream right now, but I'll be back. Hit that fave, we'll talk for sure. Much love, guys. Kevin, did you favor me again? I hate it here. All right. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Thank you guys for coming through. Another great show.